All right. So welcome to yet another video wherein I'll be explaining to you the basics of Android coding, and over here I'll be demonstrating the use of intents. Just a second. Um, so basically, what we'll be seeing out here is how do we use a list view, how do we update the contents of a list view, then and this will be all shown to you through the application of a simple shopping cart wherein you have three basic products to shop from. Like you can choose any of the products of your choice, but given to me were three products like apple, mango, and berry from a simple vegetable mart, vegetable and fruit mart, from which you have to choose from and update it to your shopping cart. And all of these have certain values, right? As their prices. So what happens is when you click on the check bill, you will have to be getting the bill stating the total of whatever you have purchased. So over here we'll be looking at two things. One is a simple Java code wherein we get the total of all the values in the form of your bill. And the second thing, as I told you earlier, the entire concept of lists and intents. Let's go into the code part. Diving in, we have two activities. That is your first main activity, and the second activity, that is your second screen. And we also have a list adapter that enables the list from your main activity. As you see out here, in the main activity part, we have this is the layout of the main activity, or what will be loading out there. We have, as I mentioned earlier, a list view. We have different strings. That is, your apple is a string. I mean, your fruit names are strings, and your prices out here are again strings. Those are recorded out here. That's your item name and item price. And this button out here is being recorded out here. And CP and ZP are basically for computing the cost price and the total price. So, moving on. Okay, so the logic I've used out here is in order to map the total or the total amount of whatever we purchase, the concept I'm going to be using is I'll be using two arrays, that one bearing your different fruits and the second array bearing the different prices of the fruits. And what I'll be doing is through a for loop, as you see out here, I'll be mapping the fruit values to their respective prices. And once suppose the apple price is 30, so you have s- two arrays, that is the prices with the first value 30 and the fruit names with first value is apple. So you just match these two, and similarly for your mango 20 and berry 10, and then you can add or subtract as many as you want to the total list, from which you'll be getting your total values. So the main concept here is mapping these two arrays together. That's it. So in your list adapter, what we have is yeah, okay. You'll be using a layout inflator to inflate the particular view out there, and also you'll be using yeah. So the entire list view out here is in the form of the entire list view out here, as you see, is in the form of a simple list row that keeps iterating itself multiple times. So it's like a container that keeps iterating itself multiple times. So say this entire thing is is one set of that container, wherein like you have an apple, the fruit of image, and the price as one set. Then the second set you have the mango, its picture, and so on. And all of this is in this list adapter.xml. Okay, as I told you. So you have to inflate it out here, as you see, and then you'll have to map all of these things to this, as in this activity, whatever it pushes to it. So That's about it. Okay. And if you go to the second activity, what you have is, as I told you earlier, you're going to be using your array list out in the first activity. So that same array list, you'll be calling it out here. And yep, that's about it. Yeah. So what happens is, once you call that array list out here through intents, as I mentioned right at the beginning. So I'm pushing all of that into an intent. If you see in the main activity, if you go, yeah, all the way at the bottom, I'm pushing it in the form of an intent to the second activity, and in the second activity, I'm accessing that same array list through intent. That's about it. And if we look over here, so say I selected an apple and I want to buy another apple, and I select a mango. And just because I do not like berries, I check out. And as I told you, you'll be having two apples which you purchased, each for 30, and a mango for 20, and your total is 80 bucks. That's about it, guys. See you in my next video.